Hey everyone! I just got back from Shanghai, where TorchCon was held this year, and it was phenomenal. Sadly, I got a lot of catching up to do. I'm way behind on all the new season stuff, so we're gonna just dive right into the season reveal and cover it. Here we go, the new Rosa. Ooh, frosty. One day. Alright, okay, more frost. A little bit of fire. This is, what is this? And the lightning. Oh, Trinity, gotcha.
The world is
That's a
steeped in
new Perino.
Only the purest
Reworks.
blade can cut through it like mercury, leaving no stain untouched.
Okay. So that's a little confusing. It makes her look more like a Gemma in that. So, but she is centered around mana stacking. If you go down her Mystic Mercury for all unsealed mana you're gonna get some more attack speed and some damage there. It's a little bit, not a lot. But if you go down to the bottom two, you're gonna realize the first half of her tree is all in on huge rewards on the mana stacking build that's kind of already been in the game, doing pretty good. And you're gonna transfer that over to her, and she's gonna pop off, throw a little Moonstrike in there, comboed with the new Trinity chest that they announced. It's gonna be really, really spicy. Alternatively, on her other side, she's kind of like an all-in damage elemental attack build, so you don't need to go all in on the Moonstrike. The mana stacking probably going to be what a lot of Rosas lean on to level, since mana stacking takes a little time to get rolling. You're going to need a lot of investment to get up to that like 30, 20, 40,000 or higher mana pool area. So it's going to be probably leaning on the other side for universal elemental attack damage and weapon damage. It's going to be pretty strong early game to get you going. Obviously, early game, level 75, level 60, but you get what I meant there. We're going to jump over to the season mechanic now. The tower co-transport vehicles, all that stuff. Honestly, it kind of gives me a little in-map. It feels like a breach mixed with when you go to like the boss. It feels kind of like a heist. If you're a PoE player, that makes sense to you. It's breach plus heist. And then they got this tower sequence. We'll go into that a little bit more later. Kind of giving me Diablo 2 rune crafting vibes. But this is, in my opinion, a big, much needed shift from last season. If anybody was watching me last season, you know that wasn't the season for me. I wasn't vibing it straight from the reveal. I'm not a big fan of those time-locked gated mechanics. And then this season is the complete opposite. This is all action, all in maps, pop, pop, pop. Loot is going to rain from the skies kind of mechanic. I'm talking Clockwork 2.0 vibes if you're into that. So we're gonna see what Andre had to say about it to give you some visuals.
This is the heart of the Outlaw mechanic. When you engage them, the carjack begins. Escort bodyguards will try to evacuate with valuable tower supply caches. Your job is to hunt them down. When you defeat a bodyguard, their cache calls in waves of reinforcements. This creates a core choice. 1. Chase the bodyguards. Defeating them drops the supply caches. 2. Fight the reinforcements. Defeating them grants immediate rewards and currency. If you're strong enough to wipe out all reinforcements guarding a cache, you can crack it open for a payload of tower coins, the main seasonal currency, and special items for progression. If your build isn't quite there yet, you'll need to strategize. Keep chasing the primary targets or focus on clearing the reinforcements on screen before time runs out. Occasionally, you'll hit a special encrypted transport. These can contain direct open treasure chests. tower accelerators for a massive speed boost, or even trigger a chain multiplication event, potentially tripling or quadrupling your rewards from that encounter. Attacking tower transports will increase your crime rating. The higher your rating, the more notorious you become, unlocking access to black market bounties. These are optional objectives that add extra challenges to your runs, like killing a certain number of elites within the time limit. Completing them grants bonus rewards. Higher crime ratings unlock higher quality bounties, including rare astronomical orders that can deliver a massive jackpot. Be warned though, the highest tier bounties require you to pay a deposit of tower coins to accept. But if you succeed, you get your deposit back with significant interest. It's a classic risk versus reward system for those who want to push their builds. Once you've stockpiled enough tower coins from your runs, you can finance a high-stakes heist on the central vault. This is the boss run of the season. Inside, it's a race against time. Your goal is to crack open as many strong rooms as possible. But be warned, every vault you bust open raises the alert level, making the next one even tougher. Push your luck far enough and you'll draw out the vault's chief security officer. Take him down to unlock the ultimate strong room and escape with a massive payout. We've designed this as a high investment, high reward endgame mechanic, and it will not interrupt your gameplay loop. They're designed as occasional high reward events to enrich your experience, and not something you need to do constantly, just a spicy bonus for the bold. So, what do you do with the spoils from your heists? Throughout the season, you'll find tower tokens. These are your ticket to a new system for the high rollers out there, a pure gambling mechanic we're calling Hot Streak. There are 6 types of tokens, each used for a different project. The concept is simple. Take an item or a stack of currency, add the correct tower token, and roll the dice for a massive swing of fortune. Let's look at some examples. First, gambling on currency. You can bet a token on a stack of fluorescent memory. You might multiply that stack several times over for a huge profit. Or you could lose the entire thing in an instant. Second, gambling on destinies. The stakes get even higher with your fates. You can gamble a token on an undetermined fate for a chance to instantly upgrade a micro destiny slot into 3 medium destiny slots. It's a massive power boost if you hit, but if you fail, you're left with nothing.
Gone.
And next up, gambling on gear. Hot Streak also lets you take huge risks with your equipment, and this works on various rarities of powerful gear, cleansing corrupted items. Let's say you have an Eternity with a failed corrosion. You can use a token to try and cleanse it. If you succeed, you have a god tier item. But if you fail, the entire item could be destroyed forever.
Yeah, but it's already
Rerolling
garbage at that
priceless
point,
gear.
right?
You can also use tokens
Okay.
on high-end priceless gear to reroll their base affixes. But be warned, a bad roll could leave the item with fewer base affixes than you started with. Next up is a huge addition to crafting. We're introducing tower
The
sequences.
tower sequence. All right, so this is what I was talking about. We'll go backtrack. I forgot to mention those reroll gamble tokens. That's crazy. He was giving you some scenarios where your item will vanish, and honestly, that doesn't seem that negative to me when you think about it. Like if you're trying to corrupt an eternity, because you want to like get a you obviously don't want to use a regular eternity at that point. You want the upgraded one, right? So if it's bound to you anyway, you can't trade it, it's failed. You don't really care if you lose it at that point, right? You probably have another eternity in the back as a backup already and stuff like that. So you just use these gamble tokens to, re-roll your failed attempts. And if you fail again, it's not really that bad. You can't sell it anyway. So it's not that big a deal. I think that's going to be cool. And we're going to see how that plays out once it comes out. Now he's going to talk about the tower sequence. I'll be honest, there's a lot more to this. I'm waiting for TLIDB to update. They haven't yet. Hopefully they're going to have a full list of all the tower sequences, or maybe even in-game somewhere we'll be able to find a list of all the combinations. Or maybe they just want us to do it old school, like Diablo 2, trial and error, until the community finds it. I don't really know. So we're going to have to wait to see, I guess, a few more days. But definitely looking at its first impression here, it's definitely giving me those Runecraft vibes from Diablo 2.
Powerful new system for non-legendary weapons and shields. You'll choose from random colored chips over several rounds, If the final combination of colors matches a target sequence, your item gains that sequence's power. Each weapon or shield can have one sequence, but you can re-roll it until you get the one you want. These provide not only rich stats but also build-defining mechanics, some of which replicate effects from iconic legendary gear. Let's take a quick look at a few examples.
Wow.
Eternal Moment, a baby version of the Eternity Belt. With this sequence you have a chance to gain temporary, low-level eternal affixes when defeating enemies. And yes, these can stack with the real Eternity, opening up some wild gearing possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute Order. This weapon sequence fixes your order value at a perfect 100, and provides an additional effect that increases your order value. This could be a game changer for builds struggling to maintain order, potentially bringing new god builds back into the spotlight.
Oh my god.
Heart of Corona, a Spirit Magnus focus sequence that lets you place Spirit Magus skills in your active skill slots. It creates a powerful synergy, boosting your order effects based on your number of Spirit Magi and vice versa.
Everybody's
Foundation,
Iris.
a shield exclusive sequence that tackles mana reservation head-on. It automatically supports all passive skills with a level 30 precise restraint support.
Shield
And the first skill
exclusive?
also gets a level 30 precise seal flow conversion. This is a massive quality of life for builds struggling with sealed mana. With nearly 200 sequences to discover, this system adds a tremendous new layer to both early game gearing and end game min-maxing. So, where can you get such a great sequence at zero cost? Right inside the transport vehicle you hijacked. In carjack missions, there's a transfer gear with built-in sequences to drop directly, saving you
Would it be
the
as good as an
R&D
Eternity?
costs.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. Another big thing that stood out to me was the imbue rework. What that is the imbues they're gone. They're not really imbues anymore. They're called focus. They still have the 4 splits, the fire, ice, lightning, and physical. And they give you a different feel. It looks better, but everything looks good in the season reveal, right? But we'll check it out, the new imbue rework. We'll see what Andre has to say about it.
Created and reborn as focus skills. Focus skills gain charges when specific trigger conditions are met. Once fully charged, they unleash an extremely powerful effect. This creates a new build archetype centered around maximizing charge speed to unleash devastating attacks more frequently. Let's take a look at some examples. First, Acuteness Focus. Gains points on hit, delivering a powerful strike at full charge. An exclusive support can turn this into a massive ground slam attack. Ice Focus. Gains points when damaging frostbitten enemies. At full charge, it creates a mobile ice storm that follows you, dealing damage and reaping damage over time from enemies.
Damn.
Thunder Focus. Gains points while moving, calling down lightning at full charge. Supports can make it strike additional times or apply stacks of numbed. And the big one, Flame Focus. It gains points on Ignite and creates explosions when you defeat enemies. But its exclusive support, Flame Focus Blast, introduces a wild new mechanic. It allows your damage over time to benefit from critical strike damage bonuses. Now, the quick introduction above covers 5 different trigger methods for focus skills. If you're willing to invest a bit more effort and resources into development, you can further enhance the charge rate of focus skills, enabling faster activation of powerful abilities and taking your combat experience to the next level. We're adding a batch of new build-defining legendaries. Here are a few.
So, those new imbues look crazy. I'll be honest with you. The fire one speaks out to me with the explosions built in, especially since, Whirlwind's coming back to me here. It was very fire already heavy when I played it, at least, I don't know how many years ago. But yeah, I kind of want to play Whirlwind a little bit this season. I don't know why. It's feeling... I want to play a lot of things this season. Looking at it, everything seems kind of really playable. They did introduce tons of new legendaries and new legendary gears. They got the big one that stands out to me is the Trinity. I think this is, they highlighted in the video, I think this is going to be interesting to play around with. 5 times elemental damage on a hit. That's 500% damage. Yeah, that seems pretty strong. Now, it is a chest. You are going to lose a lot of your chest. You can't have explosions there. You can't have, extra curses there. You're going to lose a lot of resistances and stats there. So it is going to, and then on top of that, you got the whole balancing act to do with the law of Trinity. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can do with this. But that seems really, really strong. They have a new gloves, I believe, for Moto, and the new focus skills. They're bringing back the original Moto life-draining, damage-boosting build that was really good, again, way back when Whirlwind was. So we're going back to the original builds. I think are going to pop back off. Like, they were kind of sitting in the sidelines for a long time, order calling Moto, Whirlwind Rain, stuff like that. I think they're going to pop up. Are they going to be the meta? I don't know. But I do think they're going to be really, really fun to play, and they'll be able to get a lot of stuff done really fast. The other thing they're adding that I'm really, really excited for, I don't really have a video, of this to show. I think Andre shows it a little bit, if I can find it, is the new boss. Let me jump ahead, see if I can see a little thing in here. Oh yeah, there he is. So we do got a new boss here. Video, we'll check that out.
Dragonbone Griffin is finally retiring. Taking his place as a new guardian of the Steel Forge is a formidable new opponent, Bladebreaker General Redscale. He's transformed the imaginary monuments arena into a sea of crimson blood. His combat style is relentless. He not only commands countless blood swords, but can also direct them to strike at you from multiple angles. Now, for our most dedicated endgame players,
it looks a lot harder than the Bone Griffin, but I mean, it's a Watcher. How hard can a Watcher be, right? Especially if it's like the third one you face. He can't. Surely he's easy. But in the Supreme Showdown boss level 20 floor, I don't know. Obviously, he's going to be juiced up. With all those new mechanics they've added to him, it's going to be fun and exciting. So that's really good. The other big reveal they did that everyone, kind of coomed a little bit for when they said it is the drop filter sound effects. So obviously there's no video for this, but essentially what you get to do is upload custom sounds. So, FE drops, it makes this sound. Maps drop, it makes this sound. Kind of like the PoE loop filter lets you do. This is exciting news. I'm going to see what the community does with it. I am going to play with it myself. I haven't really thought that far ahead to what kind of sounds I want to put in to all of this stuff. But it's going to be really fun to play with, and it's going to give me something to do, continuously updating and messing around with my filter. Going down, they have tons of quality of life changes. Again, it's really hard to show you all of this without, any client to show you or anything like that. But going off what Andre has said, they've reworked how you disenchant stuff or salvage it or recycle it, whatever term you use. Excuse me. Giving you a new bar at the bottom to see instantly. Now, this is nice. In theory, it's fun to look at to confirm you're getting what you're getting. But the reality is you're just going to end up clicking and sharding without looking at that stuff, in my opinion, because you get what you get, and, it doesn't matter. Eventually, you'll understand, I disenchant this, I get this. I recycle that, I get this. And so it's nice to see what you're getting, but overall, I think that's kind of unnecessary. Most people, like myself included, we're going to just do what we've been doing. Disenchant, click, disenchant, click, disenchant, click, and we're not even going to look at that new UI. They've claimed they've reworked the auction house to better show price checking. Now, I'll believe it when I see it, when I log in. They've been saying this for a few seasons now, and, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They nailed it out of the park this time, hopefully. But reality is, we'll see when the season comes out how great that is. They've done a bunch of other reworks that I can't really remember them all. Ooh, look at that. That's awkward. Let's see. It's all the way at the bottom. Quality of life. Let's see if I can find it. There's more. We'll go over the patch notes as well in a different video. I don't want to overload this one with system UI, quality of life. Where are you? Maybe I just type in quality. Control QOL. Nope, that's not it. Quality of life. Where you at? New skills. No. All right. I guess they don't go over it all, but there are more. Andre does go over it in the video. If you haven't yet, you're definitely going to want to check that out. On top of all that, the big quality of life is, again, the new events they're bringing out, the catch-up mechanics they're bringing out. They're throwing more free legendary pets at you. They're throwing some purples at you, some blues at you, some, cold daughters and chonkies. If you still don't have those and you're hunting them, you're like brand new. Everyone says you need these pets. You don't have them. Well, they're giving them to you. So now you have them. So there you go. That's pretty cool. All in all, I do think this is going to be a really, really, really good, fun, exciting season. There is so much reworks and everything. As always, every season I say this, and it's like a brand new game. But this one, for real, they've reworked. I mean, we barely went over this. There's way too much. But they reworked pedigrees. For instance, before you used to only get one talent from the one side and then the other one from the other side, right? Now you can get any two combinations, so that's great. But that's not all they did to the talent trees. They reworked them, so now instead of 4 choices, you got 5 choices. And instead of choosing 2 major talent nodes, you only get to pick 1 major talent node from each. So you go 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 or something. So you do end up going negative a major talent, I think, in the long run, because it used to be 2, 4, 6, and now we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's either we're at 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll see when we get in there. It was kind of confusing to understand, but that should be exciting. And last but not least, this wasn't really covered in Andre's video. I don't know how many people know about this. I'm sure it's gone viral now, but this was shown at TorchCon. Oh, really? They censored. What is this? What is this? Why did I grab this image? Can we find a better one? I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway. Oh, get rid of that. I grabbed the wrong one there. Where'd it go? Why did I grab the wrong one out of all of them? Oh, well. Point is, we got that. There she is. The new MAID MOTO revealed from TorchCon. It's crazy. We've been waiting for this for a long time. It's not actual MAID MOTO. It's like, I think Puppet Master Moto or something like that. Circus Moto, I don't know. But comes with a bunch of new sound effects, new skins for all the minions she has. It's not just the copy pasta, as you can see here. These are probably the golems. These are probably your spider tanks. I'm not too sure what everything is, but I'm kind of assuming here. But we've been waiting for this. I know a lot of people are super excited for it, myself included. But yeah, that's about, I don't want to run this on forever. It is a one-shot video like everything else is, but the TLDR is this season's going to be lit. I'm going to change my approach to how I play this season because there's just so much I want to do. We're giving up trying to conquer the world like I normally do every season. Instead, I'm going to focus on some building. I want to get lots of different builds, diversity going here. I want to play around with the new Rosa. I want to play around with Moto. Like I've mentioned, I really want to try Whirlwind again. I want to maybe play some Gemmas. I think Gemmas are going to be great. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to end up at, but I am super, super excited. And when I have this feeling, I know I'm just going to have some fun playing the game. So hopefully you all feel that way too. And yeah, season comes out on July 17th for North America around 10 p.m. July 18th, I believe, if you are in the Asia regions, Australia regions. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this and we'll see you when the season goes live.